What?
We're in a rush today. I have work. I haven't recorded. I'm in a rush. Big rush. I clicked on the wrong game. Just realized I didn't have the mic where it's supposed to be. Alright, I have work in like 2.5 hours, and usually whenever I play this game, I'm prepared to record for about 2 hours, so I really hope this is okay. This is, look, hold on. Look, trial part 3. Dog, the only trials that have had 3 parts were episode 5 of the first game, and I want to say episode 5 of the third game as well. Okay, this is crazy. So let's just do this. I'm like slightly warmed up. I don't have coffee. I have water. I'm ready to go. So let's get it going. 22nd of November, 1:14 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, courtroom number 2. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know her name. I don't think.
Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom?
Ha! A judicial assistant. And a woman, no less. What can she do? The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify. Wow. This is for sure not modern day. Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded.
5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more.
Shadow, come on. But, Your Excellency... I am most grateful. I can tell she's gonna be here for a while. She has to have a distinct voice. Who exactly are you? I'm sorry. There's no time. Please, simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something. Written in English, no less. It's Josiah, or however you pronounce her name, I don't know. It's Josiah Brett's research. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Where is it? Nani? There it is. The Englishwoman's. After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh, no, of course not. Special characteristics of Curer and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. Curer? However you pronounce that. What's that? I've never heard of that word before. Time's up. The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. There was too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it. This is wonderful, thank you. Josiah's report has been entered into the court record. A report detailing an unknown poison that Miss Brett has been researching during her time at UMA University. Goodbye then, and good luck. Thanks, bro.
Thank you, bro. You have had luck.
Why is Rivatuner not working? Hold on. Shit. God damn it, what did that say? What did the judge just say?
You have had long enough, counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer.
Yes, we can! What are you talking about?
I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know. Hell yeah. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence.
Let a look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett.
Oh, I didn't do my cuffs. That actually feels kind of comfortable, actually. Yes, Your Excellency.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer?
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid... Oh, it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely
Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order.
I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
Okay. My apologies, dear lady.
My apologies, sorry.
So, counsel, what is this new evidence that demands my attention?
I can examine this. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungle of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Minute doses, sorry. Route of entry. The above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation. God damn.
Yes!
Yes. Miss Giselle, whatever Brett. We understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing some research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison. What?
NANI?
Poison? Where are you going with this, counsel?
A toxin known as Kurar, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
Objection!
Bruh. What complete and utter nonsense. Kurar, you say? I've never heard of it. You wouldn't have done. What? What do you mean, actually? I mean that you wouldn't have heard of Kurar before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. It doesn't exist. Correct. Which means, no matter what tests the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify Kurar, whatever, dude. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. This track is heat. Oh my god.
Order. Counsel, does this deadly poison truly exist?
The combo animations? Oh my god, this game is incredible. According to this report authored by the visiting research student from England, Kurar has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. It was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Objection!
Trumpery. These aspersions are utterly trumpery. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and other diners would have surely noticed.
That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector?
Well, obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. According to this, however, it's the other way around.
What do you mean?
The other way around. The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used.
Explain yourself, Counsel.
The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all. How terrible! Hold on. I have to check on something really quick. Obviously, if a man lost all his strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuo. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. I'm guessing. The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. And that's hideous. To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison.
And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
Objection!
Bro, can we get the man, can we get the man Hosanaga to a doctor? He's gonna die. This is all very convenient, isn't it? Hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing? What a happy tale for the defense. If I may. All these facts. You think you're so clever, but you must... I knew that was coming again. It is you who must be taught. Of course, Queen. Dear lady.
NANI?
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it? What?
NANI?
You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual. Whatever do you mean? Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
What do you have to say?
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules. What's so funny? Oh, excuse me. Your Excellency?
Yes.
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Well, yes, I don't see, why not?
Animation? Whoa. That's a hard-ass picture, actually. Hosanaga knows how to pour, bro. Wow. Before she drinks this, as a result of, must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation. She might have found a solution for the respiratory arrest? Maybe? I don't know.
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Island boy. Sorry?
To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical.
I don't. English, dude, it's difficult, I'm sorry.
Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end.
She's not about to seppuku.
Cheers.
Wait, what are you doing?
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. Goodness. Whatever is the matter, you all look quite stunned.
So, no career. The bottle was clean, is what you're saying.
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Judge is like, holy shit. Miss Brett.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. Thank you.
Ryunosuke is like, this is so shit. I hate this. This doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? This is making me nervous. I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have kneeled over dead. Think. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water. Shit, hold on. A poison made from the bark at the hunter's root. Okay. Oh, look. Okay, hold on. Instant paralysis of the entire body occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. So maybe it has to enter your bloodstream, perhaps. So maybe just ingesting it does nothing, maybe? Because, they wouldn't say this. Route of entry. They wouldn't say that if that actually wasn't the case. So, Yeah, it could contain poison, but... Sure, okay, dude, it contains poison. But at the same time, why is Hosonaga coughing then? Oh my god, I saved, but... Okay, he does have a gunshot wound to the chest. Maybe there's just something I'm not seeing in these pictures. Dude, I don't know. Let's just say it contains poison. The culprit did put Curer poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious?
Objection!
Fuck.
Fool, are you blind? There is no possible way that that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw it.
Miss Brett drinking the water from it? That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think. And I believe that complication can be explained. Oh, thank goodness.
How, exactly?
NANI?
I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be.
Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim.
God damn it, dude.
NANI? That I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence.
What explains how the witness was able to consume the supposed poisoned water unscathed? Dog, the report, no?
Yes!
The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
Objection!
That's not a valid explanation.
No?
After all,
We don't speak English. The report is version.
this impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Susato-san's notes.
I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. You will direct us to the pertinent section, counsel.
Okay, yeah.
Which section of the report reveals all the alleged answer to this riddle?
Thank goodness I'm able to check, because dude. Special characteristics, yeah. Ahaha. We've been hearing a lot about this Curer poison. Shit. And it's left me curious about something.
Oh? Counsel?
Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using that poison for years and years. To lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. Holy cow.
So we've been led to believe, yes?
And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
Get to the point, please.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, wouldn't they? Because then they'd be eating poison. That's for sure not what I was going with this, but okay.
Good gracious, counsel. That would be madness.
But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound.
Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense.
Yes. The mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though.
NANI?
But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When Curer enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. That is literally what I explained before I selected it. Let's go. I'm into it. Oh, is the zoom not all the way on my thing? Whatever. What did he just say?
What?
Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Carrere's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. Shit. You meddling little rapscallion! Dog, I did not think that Goose was alive on her head. Well, Ryunosuke, turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Really? Me? Obsessed with me? A lawyer?
Objection!
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I failed to... So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your school-boyish logic has a fatal flaw.
School? What? Flaw?
As even your brain whatever, managed to deduce Carrere is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus.
Suck? What? Oh, yes. Well, that's a classic Phoenix Wright pose too. That's crazy. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this. Gastric suckers? What are they? It's funny. Where's my mouse at, actually? Where's my mouse at? Oh, there it is.
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? That's right.
Good gracious.
Damn, she is one tough witness. Wow.
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no?
Order! Hey! Hey! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way.
Are you trying to suggest?
Yes. This Carrere poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. Huh, that's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
Whoa. Whoa. What is this? Welling up inside me. I feel the need to point. I feel it coming. I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey. That was heat. I knew it was coming. That was so good. Capcom, that was amazing. That felt very satisfying in here. Wow. I don't think so, Miss Jazai Brett.
How dare you use that tone with me?
Her mask was huge there. You know very well that there is no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why. Even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison, you are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Goofy looking
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you, you must provide compelling evidence, as we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the Carrere?
Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the Carrere? My glasses lens just dropped, but bro, he had the tooth operation! No! No way! No! Not Dr. Wilson, bro. Come on. He doesn't deserve this. He didn't deserve this. We are getting justice for Dr. Wilson right now, dude. After I fix my glasses. Jesus Christ.
Take that!
That's horrible. As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners.
A fatal difference?
The goofy looking sprite. Goofy looking sprite. The toxic effects of Curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. So that's it. You used that knowledge to orchestrate this. Nah, it's kind of a whatever. Is she laughing? I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are so puerile.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. Whoa! You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, never know what might happen to it. You never know what might happen to it. No! I mean, it could just slip. Wow. The energy that this game delivers with its animation implementation is excellent. 3D is heat. I would not be mad at all if they remade the Phoenix Wright trilogy. I would not be mad about that at all. I want that, actually. Crazy, dude, crazy. Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. What a bitch. It's the English woman. She just smashed that bottle. And in the Supreme Court. What a terrible blunder.
Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of that water from the broken bottle as possible at once.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. You bitch! No, how could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle, or not? You. And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Oh, of course, of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady.
What, the one that shows he was shot? That's right. And really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
Hey! No! You killed the victim that day, using Curare. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man.
I almost hit a fart reverb. That would have been funny, actually.
A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Exactly. As you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Everybody has the same, tone now. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her. But now, is she really going to get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke. Yeah? We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend on. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. Whoa, dude, whoa. Are these about to change into color? Every color. What the fuck? This is so heat, bro. Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head. Could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? It's right there! What do you mean? Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. Ha! Ha ha! You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Hey! Come on then. Let's wipe the smug smile off that Englishwoman's face with some evidence. Yeah, alright. I can't wait. What am I supposed to be looking at here? That's not even noticeable without the grayscale. Okay, whatever. It's been niggling at me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is, it could be the key to arriving at the truth about this. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is...
Take that!
Inspector Hosonaga. It's... Did he cough up blood? Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. Yes? What is it? He's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. Oh my, I'm getting chills. As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of the steak that you took to the victim's table that day.
Objection!
Wait a minute. Where are... Sometimes Prosecutor Ouchie can just not get a word in. That's so funny, dude.
Where are you going with this, little boy?
It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a spattering of blood.
What?
Nani?
Nani?
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case.
Nani?
Can I bring this closer, actually? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Take a good look at the photograph on the relative position of everything there. Oh, wait, can I do this, actually? Oh, kind of closer. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. Oh, don't say that. The bullet didn't pass through him. Ryunosuke, come on. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood... Okay, could have been... Okay, thank you. Oh my god. I thought he was gonna try and say, like, the opposite. Ah? Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor as you were. Oh, Jazai Brett. I beg your pardon.
Objection!
Goofy,
This is beyond ridiculous, fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Hey, hold up. Hey.
Oh, that was Hosonaga.
This could be the moment my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate, in the interests of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what? Peter?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice. This guy is crazy. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's been a blood stain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Hosonaga tall, bro. He's like 6'7".
Inspector. The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately.
Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay. I had to rush home. Here's what you ordered. The steak. This Capcom is so funny. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? He must have wiped it off. Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector, the blood, man. Show the court.
Fuck, it doesn't look like there's any. Of course, examine the plate at your leisure. Oh, dog, where is it? Dog. No blood. No blood anywhere. But no, that's impossible! You Capcom writers are excellent, bro. I know I saw it, I'm sure of it. Okay, that steak looks less eaten than this one. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate. Did he flip it, maybe? No, he couldn't have. What an unbecoming expression, little boy. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's a swan, maybe? You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. This game is so bad. Ugh.
I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire.
I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at court proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget about When it's over. Jesus, I got lost for a second there, I'm sorry.
NANI?
Ha! This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too plainly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, hold on. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest. Can I actually? Hold on. Oh, it needs to be submitted. Plate of steak. The meal Miss Brett ordered for lunch. It was removed from the victim's table after the incident. Was the plate I saw, or I thought saw fragment? Oh my god. Okay, what do you guys have to say about this? Huh? What the fuck? What is that? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin. The prize coin? From the fella? The hallmark from its Hoye era, I believe. No, I don't mean what is it. I mean, what's it doing there? Kazuma. Wait, did you say it was a Hoye Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks like it's been in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This is the first time today that there's been talk of a Hoye Koban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bouillon before bouillon. And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means... dog. I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. And it's from the Hoye era, too. Oh, it's from the Hoye era, too. That would make it really quite valuable. It's well marinated in the juices as well. Look. Looks pretty good. What, are you thinking of eating it? No, but the next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's going to be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke. A Koban coin underneath the steak. There's only one logical explanation. That is dumb, stupid, amazingly crazy. Wow. This is it now. I've lost. Ryunosuke. Ow, my throat hurts. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Shit. Believe in myself. Really? Shit, if you say so, why not? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. I did already.
As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume that any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection?
That bloodstain was going to be clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? Hey, Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beef steak.
Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
Surely not. I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court what you are alluding. Where precisely on this plate beefsteak is this nuclear be found?
I literally don't have to move anything.
Got it!
Got it!
No, Counsel, I'm afraid that won't do. That was ambiguous at best. When you were asked to identify a detail like this,
Are you for real, actually? Wow. Wait, what the what? Wait. It wasn't up. How the fuck? What? Oh, I have to press on it first. Fuck me. Huh? What the? What in the world is this? I think it's a Hoei coin. How do I speed up text? I didn't think the game would actually want you to, you know, yeah.
Got it!
There we go. My bad, my bad.
Good gracious. That's...
Koban? What on earth? A Hoei era one out of that. Miss Brett. This is in fact the beef steak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Sorry, I have no idea why I was talking like Cosmo there. Excuse me. Is my desk at the right height? Yeah? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat? No. What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part of it.
Objection!
Dude, is Hosonaga dirty as hell, actually?
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
Objection!
What? What? Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen. A rare Hoei koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? Blasphemy. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency.
Yes, Counsel?
A rare Hoei koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to this case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now.
Objection!
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway. Oh my god, dude, this is heat.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here, but okay. The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under the steak.
The owner?
Not the old man again. Yes, obvious, there's only one person who it can belong to. Do I have to present him, really, for sure? Wow.
Take that!
Take that! Hey. Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and owner of Rasute, Kiriro Karakuda-san. Kiryuri, as in Mr. Cucumber something. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Ah, yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct?
I have to take a shower in like 50 minutes. Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with this koban coin when it happened, at exactly the moment the gun was fired.
Oh. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? What?
Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoei era koban, my prized coin.
Interesting. So he dropped it, maybe.
This is the Hoei era koban. Do you mean to tell me?
Objection!
Oh my god.
No. Please, why would Karakuda-san's koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Yes!
And? Which is why I'm asking to bring Karakuda-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him.
Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here.
This is about to have 4 parts, dude. Holy shit. Jesus. This swivel goes hard as fuck. I can't believe we've come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch. A strong hunch. That if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find that it's a key element in this case. If you say to be continued, I swear to Christ. We have 4 fellas on the witness stand. I'm ready.
What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for the little baby Otto?
Swear to God, there's been more people in this trial than there have been in previous episodes of Ace Attorney.
When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
Exploited by the police, we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom, myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more I have to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korakuda-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serve...
No way the knife landed in his foot. That's funny, actually. That's so good.
Yes, that's it. The one, the very one, the very exact one that it is. The resplendent, splendiferous Hoei treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day.
It can't be.
As I thought.
Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool, put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped, and why does it have barbecue sauce all over it?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beef steak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices.
What? Sandwich soaking? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my Hoei treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Who could do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing.
Your guess is as good as mine. It was me, bitch. Excuse me. Could I say something? Yes, of course, Hosonaga.
Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga.
I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. He did say that, didn't he? Whoa.
Ah, yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
Le Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts, targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau.
Wicked crimes indeed.
We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes. I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at the work in the restaurant on a regular basis. Crazy. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korakuda-san's Koban is all too clear. What?
What?
NANI?!
I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korakura-san's koban and hid it under the stake?
Take that!
Dog. Is it not her? Yes, it seems like a likely candidate for a koban thief. No, come on, Ryunosuke. Really? Huh? You shocked me, Kazuma. Not as much as you shocked me. No one could have approached the table unnoticed, even if you're a crazier fool. It is Hosonaga, isn't it? Even if you're a crazy fool, you couldn't have missed that. I'm not sure you should be calling Korakura-san a crazy fool, Kazuma. It was you I was calling a crazy fool. Maybe I am on the wrong track here. Fuck me. Damn.
Okay, I don't believe I can have heard you correctly, Counsel. Let me hear your opinion on this matter again.
Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel? Dog.
Take that!
It's him then. Yes, seems like a likely candidate for a koban thief. Am I dumb, actually? Hold on. I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is it that stole the Korakura-san's koban and hid it under the stake?
Take that!
It's time to stop!
I think this is the first I'm stumped in this episode. I presented Miss Brett. I presented Hosonaga. I presented Dr. Wilson. What?
What?
Take that!
Okay, that actually, you know what? I will explain why I'm stupid. Hosonaga passively mentioned that not only did he take Miss Brett's steak table or steak plate, he also took the military man's steak plate. So this isn't even, I really don't think this is even Miss Brett's steak. This has to be the military guy's steak. There's absolutely no way that coin could have traveled from different tables without it going unnoticed. Okay. I would have been stuck on that for probably a while longer, so I'm happy I figured that out within a few minutes and not more than 10. Sergeant Iese Nosa.
What? How dare you? You monster.
Monster? Bruh.
I stole that koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of those crimes, cadet. But it wasn't me, it was Ado. Ado is the mastermind behind all this.
This first case is absolutely off the walls crazy. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby. It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. I'm shouting in my room, dude. I'm reverberating throughout the,
Clippity clop, clippity, I.
They are a team for sure.
Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iese Nosa preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir.
This still doesn't solve who killed Dr. Wilson, dude. Jesus Christ. I like that his beard is different, though. Is it?
Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages that Nippon Imperial Army pays those It expects to keep our country safe.
I understand that the temporary increase in taxation, owing to the recently ended conflicts, remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes.
All I want is to put a hot meal on my table for my son.
That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant.
The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time.
It sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork, even, which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man and his koban.
Yes, sir. He was an easy target. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
I was all set to leave the steak I was halfway through devouring when it happened.
Knew that was coming. God damn. Yes, when the professor was shot.
I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished too. I'd owe too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could. On the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date.
God damn, bro.
This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time?
Well, Miss Brett.
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer and all.
What are you talking about? Who killed Dr. Wilson? Who killed that?
May the esteemed gentleman please be excused, Your Excellency.
Indeed.
What?
Theft of the koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Oh my god, of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
Nonsense, is it?
Well, oof.
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her.
Y'all are crazy.
Miss Brett, you are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone.
Stay. No. No.
And good day.
No, hey. Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? There's no time for daydreaming.
Oh, no, it's just... something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out exactly, but something she just said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up.
Is this where you can actually go back and point out words they just said? If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard, Ryunosuke. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over. Hold it! Wait, Miss Brett.
What is it now?
I'm afraid just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago.
What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
Bruh. What no student nonsense is this?
Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Oh, and as far for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. That wasn't even talked about. Was it? Was that talked about? And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction of saving the game and,
I'm going to need to see evidence, Counsel. If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence to prove such a thing?
Those do look like bite marks, don't they? Wow, the attention to detail is actually kind of trippy. Oh, there's literally like markings on the knife, I guess. Shit.
Take that!
That? I don't know. Fuck.
The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred?
Yeah.
what's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table.
The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on.
More accurately, Your Excellency. Oh, she was eating like that too? The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? Dog, look at the bite marks. It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. The attention to detail is crazy, that's how they can write this. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett.
Noticed what exactly, Counsel?
If there are 4 parts to this episode, I swear. Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She's a very refined Englishwoman, gentlewoman herself. Then take a good look at this steak, in particular, the edge where it's been eaten. You can literally see bite marks, yeah, clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Oh. Shit.
Looks like Miss Brett has realized something.
This is not her steak. So, if the witness, as she claims, couldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Attention!
I can do this.
But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was right.
He can't get a word in.
Oh, whatever you say, dear lady.
As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. He's waited over 3 months for this now.
Of course, they will be all over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his...
I've heard enough. You're irritating little spectacle samurai relic.
Of course, dear lady.
What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications those teeth marks in the steak have for her. Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this? Yes. Now at last. It's all come together. I hate shit like this. I'm getting PTSD from the previous games. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw seems to have disappeared. This isn't her steak, dude. It's fucking simple. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day.
Did Hosonaga kill Dr. Wilson, bro?
Except that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us?
Everything, Your Excellency. This dude tampers with evidence. He is an officer. He should have a gun. What he has with Dr. Wilson, bruh, I don't know. Everything. Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson. Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been... What? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist. Holy hell. This is absurd. This trial has run several hours and months already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be. I don't believe you have it. You're right, I don't have it. Hosonaga does. Someone in this very courtroom does. Nani? Yeah.
Nani?
And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Ah, the pointing.
Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of defense in this trial. Thank you. Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal blah blah blah?
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? You literally... I'm not even... That's ridiculous. This game is so funny. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks.
Yes.
Okay, now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak, and as well as admitting to stealing Korakura-san's coin, he told us that he'd slipped it under the steak. You watch it, cadet. I'm your superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak? Attention! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. In other words, the steak the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. The plate that was taken from the victim's table...
Objection!
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over. You did switch the plates.
Well, after it happened, when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then, when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat,
that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance.
Say it, bro. Say it. Give me satisfaction, say it.
With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table.
What? This case is absolutely bonkers. I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Unbelievable!
This case,
However, fear not, prosecutor's time. What now? I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that is all I did, sir. Oh, you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
oh my god, dude, this game is so long. So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table.
Yes, that follows.
Inspector Hosanaga. Yes. Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had taken both. You're goddamn right. Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
What can that possibly tell us now?
Or what can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? It can't have the slightest bearing on this case.
Objection!
Oh god. Oh, bro. Bro. No. You're not wriggling your way out of this time, lady. I beg your pardon? Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no? You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see the plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. Tisk thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Mr. Wilson, there was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well.
NANI?!
And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett.
Let us not prolong this any further, Inspector. You will show the evidence to the court. Present the beef steak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident.
I have to keep moving or else I'm gonna get, like, super stiff. I've been doing this for 90 minutes. Yes, sir. You can see it already, it's right there. Sorry for keeping you. Here is the other steak and its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. The bloodstain! It's clearly visible. Look at it. Look at it. Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim.
It can't be.
In fact, there's only one person who could have possibly shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. Miss Jazai Brett. It's you! Screenshot. Oh my god, dude, I'm so tired. My neighbors hate me, dude, I swear. I'm about to get kicked out of this place. I just moved here a few months ago. No, 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 no. Oh, I thought she was choking, dude. Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No, no, no. Hey, 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 hey. Bro, this animation goes crazy. What the? Hey! A black what? What the fuck is going on? What is going on? This game is not serious at all. Please, excuse my little outburst. I lost my composure for a little bit. Most unbecoming behavior from an English gentlewoman, forgive me.
Well, Miss Brett, are you okay? I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth, if you could speed it up, please.
Gladly, Your Excellency. Holy effing hell, brother. Please tell us. Give us the hardcore rundown. It was I who took the professor's life, using Carrere. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because Carrere is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would be all over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose.
Yes, you. Who else?
Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor... What has my... I really hope... Oh, no, hold on. Neither of my plugins have been active this entire time. That's so funny. I have been peeking this entire time, dude. Wow. Okay. You know what? Let me just disable these still, and I'll see what I can do in post. I'll just see what I can do in post. Golly, that was terrible. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. Damn it. Damn it. I made sure that he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. Ooh, did you see the save icon there? Whoa. I happened to know that the professor was always carried a gun. The professor was strapped, bruh? Whoa. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Carrere in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt? So I was right. There were two guns. That must be satisfying. And then I finished my coffee and I got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor.
placed where you were sure that I would notice it. And everything went according to my new plan. You noticed the gun as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, that's when you shot the professor with your own gun, even though at that point he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
Obviously. I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd pick up the gun.
Sorry. So there you have it. That is the entirety of my
Misdemeanor. I'm starting to lose it, dude, sorry. Oh. This has been a really exciting trial, though. Holy hell. I wasn't even planning on recording today.
Your Excellency.
Yes.
I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later?
I shall call on you, sweetums. We can meet in my chambers.
Thank you. Good day, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
No. You can go back to England as far as I'm concerned.
It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement?
This can't be. Takatsuchi Ouchi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie upstart.
You'd better start getting used to tough opposition.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What? Yes?
This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten.
You've become conceited with age, Counsel, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Yuck. Yuck! Whew! 1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Ouchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. And that remains true.
This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice.
Scientific investigation?
A new future of law awaits.
But what will it look like? I feel good.
I can only begin to imagine. This is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asobi.
Yes.
After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. Okay.
Whoa! What does that mean? What does that mean? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. I am minding. Tell me, brother.
As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
I have to do this, dude. My throat hurts. Oh, yes?
in you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards.
Thank you, Your Excellency. That Sprite goes hard as fuck, bro.
It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant Ryunosuke Naruhodo
Not guilty. Pedals? Stop. Where are those even coming from? Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
Just Shadow. Hey,
This court is now adjourned.
Shadow, I was about to say, go sit on my chair. You can hang out with me. You can hang out with me when I'm recording. Yeah, sit down. Holy hell, brother. Whew, I got 15 minutes. I really hope this post-court thing is not too long. 22nd of November, 2:46 p.m. Jesus Christ. Supreme Court of Judicature Defendants Agitator 5. Oh. Whew. God, I can't breathe. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. Dude, I defended myself, made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke. You finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. Can I get a hug, brother, please? No. It was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street, don't forget.
Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off.
That was weird, sorry.
Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know.
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Ah, yes, of course.
The big man.
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, judicial assistant to the defense.
I feel bad for my cat, dude. I need to give her more attention. Speaking of Mikotoba.
There you are. Congratulations are in order. I am the big man, Naruhodo. You did an excellent job.
Thank you, Professor.
Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
Good friend? Oh, yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably that's when you met Dr. Wilson?
Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you worked together?
Yeah.
I've never heard you mention that before.
Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi.
NANI?!
Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law.
Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot.
I will. I'll learn all I can. I swear on this. The spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. That reminds me, what's happened to the woman? To Josiah Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder.
Yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but...
What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the culprit, after all.
She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai.
What? Shanghai?
Josiah Brett will not appear in court again in this country, I'm certain of that.
Why not? What? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Who the oh my god, dude, everybody who's talking, I don't think it's them. Inspector Hosanaga? What? It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But what's all this what? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? Who's going to bring her to justice then, dude? A British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past. Now that we have signed the friendship treaty.
Yes, in normal circumstances you are right.
Then, so as long as it's not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. That's what I'm saying. So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan.
I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
What? I don't believe that. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder here very seriously.
But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves.
Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it.
Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink of sake.
But, Professor... You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. You should be in jail. I have no idea what you're agreeing. In that case, might I suggest Le Carnival? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosanaga-san, aren't you? And a bad one at that. Let's not worry about details for now. To Le Carnival. Will you accompany us, Professor?
Of course. Le Carnival's food is second to none.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release. Oh, yes. Thank you.
And with that, yeah,
So Josiah Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Not unless... Okay. Oh. Kazuma.
yeah. Yes, Ryunosuke?
I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today.
I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work.
Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world.
Not so sure about that. Honey, sorry.
NANI?
To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me.
What? Oh, come on, be serious.
If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean.
Oh, no, not me. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again.
Surely not a few more episodes.
I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you.
That's the point.
What? What do you mean, that's the point?
Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe.
To believe? To believe what?
A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times.
Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it.
Inhuman. Just like you. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me.
Well,
You faced seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is... Ah, you're still here, are you? Can you get out of here, dude? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Oh, horses, maybe? Carriages? Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study to tour Great Britain, don't forget. Ah, yes. That too. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma, Professor Rikotoba, Susato-san, who acted as my assistant, Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. It was because of the help and support of all of these people that I managed to get through the trial. But more importantly,
Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. No! No. What is this next one called? The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Wow. Investigation! There is investigation in this game. Let's go. I'm gonna take this off because I'm a bit conscious about how I sound here. Dude, I'm yelling this entire time. I have neighbors, and that's the thing. I think they know that. That's what I'm kind of like sus about a little bit. My hair looking kind of flat. Hold up. This video was unexpected in terms of recording, but also just how heat it was, dude. I'm talking like, dude, I could not tell you like that all was gonna happen. I really didn't think we were gonna see, I really didn't think we were gonna see the military guy again. I didn't think we were gonna see the antique dealer again. Oh my god. Crazy though. That was such a long exposition or just segment where we focused on the wrong plate of meat. You know, it kind of makes me go like, you know, but I think I caught on to that really quick, but I just got lost in it in the sense of if that's what they're showing me, then that's what I have to work with, honestly. And I did. I worked with it, but also not necessarily a Deus Ex Machina, but when it got to the point of Kazuma telling Ryunosuke, oh, it just relies on your memory now, as in, you know, it's up to you to see, or it's up to you in your head what you remember that we can focus on. And that's when we found out about the blood on the plate. And that didn't even actually physically get brought into the courtroom for another like 30 minutes. Okay, I was confused by that, if I'm being really, really honest with you. But we got through it. There was one point where I thought Osanaga shot Dr. Wilson. But he's actually a decent guy, it seems. He should be in jail, though, for withholding evidence from a courtroom. Why that wasn't touched on is kind of beyond me, but holy hell. What a ride. What a ride, actually. I was really excited for this trial. It was so fun. This game is enjoyable. I like it a lot. I wonder what investigation is going to be like. I wonder if there's like a physical space you can move around, or if like you can pivot and have things be 3D. I don't know. I'm interested, but I'm not going to play this for a while. I really don't give myself the time. My rest days in terms of working out are Sundays, and that's what today is. So hopefully I can keep doing it, but on Sundays, but I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I like doing this. Not only is the voiceover fun because I like making up voices for characters, but I also just get to share my initial experience with a new game, especially one as entertaining as this. I mean, it's interactive in the sense of, again, I get to do voices for the characters. It's also a whodunit. You know, it's a mystery kind of thing, and you just find out things as you go, new evidence comes to light, and it's like, oh, wow, what does this mean? How does this affect the trial and all that? Oh, so good, dude. It's so good. I love this. But I can't wait to start episode 2, which I probably won't do for another month, but, you know. The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band, whatever that means. But I'll play that when I get to it. Other than the Great Ace Attorney, I haven't played God of War Ragnarok in a while, but I'm still playing that. But you see what I'm playing. I put it up on the screen. If you want to see any of that, subscribe here on YouTube, because this is pretty much where I'm primarily doing everything. I don't use Twitch anymore, to be honest. Subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you have an excellent morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day is for you. I hope you're staying healthy and safe out there. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.